Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Equipped Live. I am Joseph Capehart. I am a technical specialist here at Logitech for Creators, and I'm happy to have you back. If you are a first-time viewer, welcome to the show. Today's show is our Tuesday show, where we do Q&A. You can ask me any question that you want about any of the Logitech for Creator products or content creation in general. So I will be talking about all different types of stuff. All the products around me are Logitech for Creator products. Now, there are some things that are like 3D printed. Those are not ours. But, you know, you can see some Mevo cameras. You can see some Lytra lights. You can see some UE speakers up here, some Blue microphones. All of those are products from Logitech for Creators. So feel free to ask questions. If you see something in maybe even the shot that you are not familiar with, I'm happy to talk about those today as well. Of course, we are live on Twitch, we are live on YouTube, and on Facebook. We're on the Mevo camera page on Facebook. We are on the Logitech C page on Twitch, and then Logitech for Creators on YouTube. Of course, if you are interested in checking out any of the other platforms, you should be able to find the link in the description on the current platform that you're at. Also, a lot of other really cool links in there talking about some of the products that we're using. So for today, let's talk about what I'm using. I am using a Mevo Start. This is using the wireless webcam feature that is connected via Ethernet. For my microphone, I have a Blue Spark. It's the blackout version, which is super cool. And that's going directly into my Go XLR mixer, which goes directly to my computer. Ooh, there we go. Getting a little excited with my hands. And then for my lighting, I've got Lytra Glow lights. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. That's the latest creation from Logitech for Creators. And it's very popular. So if you're thinking about getting one and you haven't already, definitely go grab one quickly because they are flying off the shelves, which means they will go out of stock most likely again. And for my streaming platform, I am using melonapp.com, if you're not familiar, also from Logitech for Creators, and it's from the Streamlabs team from Logitech. So if you're not familiar with either of those platforms, go check it out. If you want to learn more about what Logitech for Creators does, what we're into, you can go and check out in our description. There is a link to our Willow tree, which is just a tree of links. And it basically a lot of really cool stuff in there that talks about, what we're currently doing. So we've got like Creators by BIPOC and a lot of other really cool topics that are linked there. You can also sign up to be a tester if you want to become a tester for our products. You can give us feedback on new products, upcoming products, packaging, all types of cool stuff. So if you're interested in that, go check that out and you can sign up as well. Let's get into the chat. So it looks like we got Fred the Hippo returning, popular viewer over on YouTube. Okay, we got a question already. Love it. And forgive me if I butcher this. It's Makaya, I'm thinking. How can I make the camera get out of wide mode? So I guess it really depends on what camera you're using. I can assume that you're using the Mevo Start. And when you say wide mode, can you be a little bit more clear? Because so basically the Mevo in general, which is Mevo's what's known for, is that it's got a giant canvas, right? And then you can select on the screen to kind of drill it on the shot. So if you're saying why is it when I tap on the screen and it goes back to wide, that would be because of autopilot. You need to turn that off in the app. If your question was not answered there, just provide some more information and maybe I can answer it better. Jeff Young saying, hey, Joe. Hey, Jeff, what's going on? Jared over there on Facebook. Jared also on Twitch. Where's Jared? Oh, where's he at? I thought he was going to be on YouTube. Did I mess up? I don't know. We got Gordon, hello on Twitch. Facebook is 18 seconds ahead of us. That is wild. I actually did notice that it was very delayed because I have all of my platforms open. So I've got YouTube and Facebook over here and Twitch over here. So it's pretty. I thought it was pretty strange too. It took a little bit longer for some reason today, but the audio and video quality is probably better still. Let me know that. I'm pretty sure it usually is. Let's see here. Here we go. Jared says if you refresh the screen, it'll change. That's very likely. It's very possible. Fred says, can someone control a Melon stream from a different location? For example, cameras and computer in one place and someone controlling it elsewhere. Yeah, of course. So Melon's cloud-based, so it's all in the web browser. So if you had everything connected on like a computer in the location that you're streaming in, and then you could technically have someone switch shots through their browser. Yeah, it's super possible. Now, one issue you might run into is if that computer has issues that is running all that equipment, you obviously wouldn't be able to troubleshoot or fix anything. But as far as simply like controlling things, yeah. So right now I'm the administrator for this Melon, this production for the Melon app. Now, if Will was to log in here and the admin, he could also take over and control everything for the show as well. Oh, what we got here? Did it just? Oh, there it is. Jim saying, "What's up, family? Welcome back, Jim. Nice to see you. Nice to see you." Awesome. Yeah, Darren on YouTube saying he's a YouTuber, so he's here. The four of us on here need to hit the like button. Yeah, if you're on any of the platforms and you haven't followed us, like, subscribed, all of those, I guess hot terms that are going on. If you haven't done those things yet, go ahead and do it. We're here Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure if it's 3 hours behind the Pacific, so like 11 a.m. Pacific time, I think. And you can ask us questions on Tuesdays. On Thursdays, we typically get a little bit more in the demo and we start talking about products a little bit more. And we also talk about content creation. So if those are things that you're interested about, if you're interested in new products, you're interested in anything Logitech related or content creation, then definitely do those things, like, follow, subscribe, all of those things. I probably don't say it enough, but yes, please do that. And of course, throw your questions in here. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. It might not even be required to be like a Logitech question. If it's content creator questions, I'm happy to answer as well. So yeah, Fred says, does the Melon accept HDMI capture cards as an input? So Melon accepts video input. So if you've got an HDMI capture card and you have software such that can capture it, then yes. I guess it depends what's it look like. Does that capture card show up as a webcam? If so, then yes. I guess it depends on how that capture card delivers the video. So that's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, it would depend. So like if your capture card, if you plug in the HDMI and then it goes in the computer and then the computer sees that capture card as a webcam, then of course you can use it with Melon. It just depends on how that is delivered from the capture card. Darren says, I've been going live Wednesday nights using an Android phone and want to up my game. Yeah, if you haven't checked out Mevo cameras, I guess it really depends on what you're trying to do, right? If you're trying to do something at the desk, you could go Mevo, you could go Stream Cam. If you don't have audio or a very good audio source yet, I would check out the Blue Yeti. It's a great entry-level camera from Logitech. And for lighting, of course, you can do Light Your Glows. Those are great lighting sources. That's what I'm using today. I can even show you what it like. I like to always do this because it's a great example of what I look like without my Logitech lights. Ooh, there we go. It's a little far away. So I don't look nearly as good. I kind of just blend in with everything. Even though my background's like it's got more lighting and stuff going on back there. So, but as soon as I start turning on one of my lights, I come to the foreground a little bit more. Let's get to this side of my face. Even more. And then my left side. Perfect. Now it brings me out to the front. So yeah, if you need lighting, we've got the Light Your Lights. If you need microphones, we've got Blue mics. If you need cameras, we've got Mevo camera. So lots of really cool stuff. And then if you're looking to do your production on a desktop, you can also look at Streamlabs, which is part of Logitech for Creators, or Melon app, which is also another project of ours. Definitely a lot of really cool stuff. Nice to see you, Darren, though. It's nice to have you here. I haven't seen you before, so it's also always nice to see a new face in chat. Okay, so since I kind of demonstrated what the Light Your Light does, it does it very well. Let's go ahead and show you what it physically looks like. I don't want to take it down to do that, so let's do this one? Question mark? Here we go. So this should be the video for the Light Your Light, and it'll actually show you exactly what it looks like and how it functions. One of my favorite videos. It's always really cool stuff. Yeah, it sounds like an Apple commercial. I don't have TVs on. I guess I really don't follow Apple either, so I don't really know what theirs sounds like. But ours, I love all our videos. So we have this one. We also have another one for StreamCam, which is another one of our products. But yeah, go check out the Lytra Glow. It's a wonderful product. I think it's $59.99. Currently in stock the last I checked, but we continue to run out of stock. So if you are thinking about getting one, go check it out. It's definitely a good source. Speaking of Apple, though, you did say something. You said some sounds like an Apple commercial. Did anyone capture or check out the Apple event that happened yesterday? Anything cool? Christopher says, "Hi Joe, I haven't received it yet, but I'm getting a Rodecaster Pro 2, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to get the sound capture from production board to the Mevo camera." So the Rodecaster is a little unique. The USB requires special drivers, so you have to go out of the monitoring output on the Rodecaster and then go into the back of the Mevo Start. That's going to be the best way to do it. Oh yeah, see, Fred said it. If you're an iOS user, what are your thoughts on the announcements of iOS 16? Yeah, I was curious as well. What's if anybody got to capture, had a chance to check out the Apple announcement yesterday? Sounds like an Apple commercial. Best audio track. Laser Less is here. Hello, Laser. Welcome back. Jim says her CarPlay was a major update. I'm gonna be honest. I don't actively follow Apple, so I didn't even see what was all said. Take a look. What are the key things I should be looking at for this this event? Is anybody? So I'm gonna go check out the CarPlay. Got to catch up on the Apple news. Yeah, same. That's why I'm using the opportunity right now to do that. Jared says, "Does anyone have a hookup for a tax exempt person to talk to at B&H?" So all you have to do is go to customer support and reach out to them. We even had a link. I'm seeing if I find it. B&H tax exempt. Yeah, here we go. There's a link here. If you just Google B&H tax exempted, and there's a link that goes straight to their website with instructions. M2 chip iPad. That would be sick. Okay, yeah, here we go. So WWDC 22. I'm assuming that's what happened yesterday. So they got a MacBook Air, iOS 16, macOS Ventura. I guess that explains why Will was saying something yesterday about being able to use your phone as a webcam now for on your Apple devices. MacBook Pro 13-inch, Watch OS 9. I haven't had an iWatch since like the second one or the original ones. I don't remember, but I haven't had one in a very long time. Thinking about going back to Apple though, so I should probably read up on all of this. They brought back the Touch Bar to the MacBook Pro. I didn't realize it went away. My MacBook Pro was from 2019, and I had the Touch Bar, and I didn't like it. CarPlay takes over the entire dash in cars. Okay. Jeff says, I do not see that much that was great from Apple. Pretty much what you would expect, just newer versions. Yeah, this seems to be the trend. Not like, I mean, it's just the next version, the next iteration, which makes sense. Nothing really groundbreaking, and it feels like that's probably the case across the board, usually in tech. Laser says, man, this last weekend I really had a hard time with the Mevos. Could not connect to one camera. Another kept dropping. We're not streaming. We're just recording, all wireless. Are you just using? You're just using the 3 laser? Just 3 using Mevo hotspot, or are you using a different modem or router? Oh, the B&H isn't responding. They're pretty responsive, honestly. I've never heard anything bad about B&H. Sadly, that's the only way to get help from them. Gordon's saying to laser, if interference, try another band, 5 gigahertz. Yeah. Yep. Jared says devs hate the touch bar. It's just unnatural to me. I guess I don't use it enough to really pay attention too much on it. And I'll accidentally touch it. The only thing I like it for is like being able to control my Spotify. But to be honest, I could do that with just if it just had a music button, like a standard keyboard. What we got going on over here? Let's see here. Does Mevo Logitech accept tax exemptions from Fred the Hippo? Yes, I think. I'm pretty sure. I think they shared that with me recently, actually. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. Somebody had sent me a message about it exempt because we had to stop for a while. I don't see it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. If you go ahead and contact customer support help.mevo.com, and they should be able to point you in the right direction. Laserlight says 4 cameras with router in a new location. Well, 3 cams because 1 would not connect. Yeah, I would check out see if there's any noise around there. That's a very important. If there's any noise, you might want to check a different band, like Gordon was saying. Jared says, really hated the digital escape key. I have a 2018 MacBook Pro too. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like any of it really. And I think it's the power button too. The power button's like a glass button, I think, if I remember correctly. I barely use it. It's always on a dock. And I just output it to a different monitor. That's the way to go. That is the way to go. Anything else? Anything else I'm missing from this? Like what's... So iOS 16, personalize your lock screen with photos, customize widgets, even the way you get notifications. Okay. I think what I'm most excited about, I would like a new iPad. Like, honestly. I'm also thinking about going to an iPhone. Is the new iPhones worth it? They didn't release a new iPhone. Latest iPhone. Let's take a look. Look it up. Might spoil myself with a new iPhone. Fred the Hippo, you can edit and unsend text messages. Oh, I did see that in iMessage. Yeah, they said that was new. Android's, I thought it's been able to do that for a while. I think I seen someone share that on Facebook. I was kind of surprised. There is a 2 or 3 minute video on CarPlay. It's awesome. Okay. Wow, the Apple iPhone has not a great review on Verizon.com. Although I don't want to go with Verizon again. All right, let's like, where's the CarPlay link? There's got to be a video, right? See if I can find a video. I'll pull it up. I'm not sure if that's a thing you can do, but CarPlay iOS 16 video. They're all videos from other people. I just want the Apple one. So I'm gonna find it. It says the iPhone's great. Can't wait for that 14 Pro Max to be released. I'll be upgrading from the 12 Pro Max. So Jeff, where are they at with that? Are they is the 14 Pro Max a soon to be released thing, or I'm looking to move away from I've been Android for the last 5 years and I love it. But I'm to the point where I just need something easy that works. Not that Samsung doesn't work, it's just Samsung has upset me. So I would like to move away from them, and I'd like to move away from Verizon. For reasons we don't need to get into, but I'm considering Apple, which I know Will is probably extremely thrilled to hear me say. Fred the Hippo, Apple needs to make a car with all the stuff they just announced with CarPlay. They're just taking over the software of cars. That's fair. I still think, I don't know, I still see Tesla as the Apple of cars. It should be out in September for the iPhone 14s. So what about the Pro Max? Do you have anything on that? New iPhones reported to have 16 gigs of RAM. That'd be super sick for Mevo Multicam. That'd be super cool. Big fan of that. Would be absolutely big fan of that. Foxconn will make the Apple car in Ohio. I'm from Ohio. Where is this happening? Foxconn? Taiwanese multinational electronics contract. Its headquarters in Taiwan. Interesting. Jim saying there's no margin in cars. Software is the money. Yeah, I mean, software is the future for everything. You know, like it enhances. You know, hardware is amazing, but if you can manipulate your hardware with your software, you could really go places, right? Like I just updated my car yesterday, and I'm not quite sure what was added, but there's like 3 new features. And in the olden days, you would never buy a car and get a new feature. Lordstown Motors is where Foxconn will build them. It's an old GM plant. Huh. I did not know that. That'd be kind of cool. You know what I'd like to see? I would like to see a I would like to see a DeLorean, completely electric, with all the new features of like a Tesla. Like bring Back to the Future into the current. That'd be sick. That would be cool. Newest iPhone model 2022. That's on my Google. Laser says, but I hate rebooting my car, getting a blue screen of death. Actually, that's a legitimate argument. Like I've there's been a couple times, 2 times during the winter where I pulled up to a drive-through and my car, like my front window wouldn't go down. So I had to pull over and reboot my car to get my window to go down. So that's happened twice, and I think it was too hot or it was too cold. I thought it was winter, but I don't remember. Something had happened, and it was very strange, and I'm not a fan of it. So that's a legitimate concern in my eyes. Fred, I updated my car years ago. I imagine hearing that a few years ago, right? Super strange. Super strange. Jeff shared a link here. Fox Business, Foxconn, electric SUV, Ohio. The Bahamas is in the house, or Bahamas in the house. I'm jealous. I would love to be in the Bahamas, which is funny because I don't like the heat and I really don't like the beach. But I like vacation, which is awesome. It is a wonderful thing. All right, I'm going to look up this iPhone 14 Pro Max thing. We're expecting a 6.1 inch. Suggest there'll be a major design differences. Released date. It's not a thing yet. Oh, hints of the iPhone 14 Pro always on display found in iOS 16 code. That's a good point. Now that iOS 16 is being announced, then people will start, going through the software and kind of seeing what the update includes for the newer phones that aren't out yet. Bahamas imagery just stopped raining. Yeah, it's been raining a lot here, and I'm actually okay with it because it's humid in New Jersey, and I'd prefer it just to stay raining with a nice breeze. It's always the plan. As always, if you're just joining us, be sure to put your questions in the chat. If you don't have any questions, just talk to me. I'm happy to talk tech. I'm happy to talk content creation. I'm happy to talk anything. I can answer basically any question with Logitech for creator products, maybe some Logitech in general products, because I have a lot of Logi stuff. I am happy to answer anything streaming content creator related. Happy to answer anything. Of course, if you can't get enough of the show and you want to participate in other stuff that Logitech for Creators is doing, you can always sign up to be a user tester. What does that exactly mean? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. So you can become a user tester, and what that means is you get to give us feedback on various different things, whether that is new packaging, whether it is, here we go, let's see, boom, unreleased products, packaging, software, firmware updates, things like that. You can use the link here, or you can scan the QR code on the right. You can also find the link in the description on YouTube and on Twitch, and I believe, and on Facebook. On Twitch, you can also find our Willow Tree links, the Willow Tree link tree. Anyways, you can find the Willow link that has all of our links on there, and it should have this as well. You can sign up to become a user tester and give us your direct feedback on things that we maybe haven't even announced yet. So a lot of really cool stuff coming down the line for Logitech for creators. Of course, if you are a content creator and you want to talk about your setup because you don't want to talk about anything else, and you want to talk about your stuff, and you want to get your content seen, and you want to get an opinion from the pros who do this for a living, you can submit a photo of your setup creation station to be featured on the show. Send it to equiplive@logitech.com. Subject: host react. It's important to do the subject. That way we know it's not spam. You can send everything in that you want in there. Describe what your content's about, links to your content, anything you might want us to take a look at, and we'd be happy to do that live on the show and kind of really highlight all of that hard work you've put in. And of course, this show goes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can find us youtube.com, Logitech for Creators, twitch.tv/Logitech C, and facebook.com, Amiibo Camera. Whew. All of those things. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, be sure to put your question in the chat. I'm here to talk about anything. Answer questions. I'm here to talk about tech. I'm here to talk about a lot of stuff. Gordon says, I'm trying to get the concept to reboot my car. Just think about it like it's a phone, right? It's like any different, it's no different than any electronic. So basically, like you hold the brake in and you press the 2 buttons on the steering wheel, and then the screen goes off, and then you see a logo and then you release it. It's a lot of crazy stuff. So definitely something to keep in mind. Tech, it's not going to get any, it's going down the path of every electronic. Now, I will say a lot of people question what happens if like the computer and or like, for example, the screen of the Tesla, that's where everything is shown. What happens if that breaks? The car keeps driving. The car doesn't need that to work. No different than if I was to turn off all of my monitors, my computer would still be running. Leslie says, hey, Joe, good afternoon. Nice to see you, Leslie. Thanks for stopping by. I don't want to miss anything here. Ooh, Bahamas, wondering about a waterproof, water-resistant housing for the Mevo Start. Anything in the works like that? Nothing that I'm aware of, to be completely and totally transparent with you. However, if you do want to get your hands on something that we might release in the future that we haven't announced, you can go sign up and be a user tester. Steve saying, I'm struggling getting the Mevo Start to work with wireless webcam, Windows 10, webcam app not seeing Mevo Cam and tray list, same SSID, same 5 gigahertz speed, help. Hey, Steve, if you need some custom support, you can go to help.mevo.com, and our support agents would be happy to help you. There's a lot of different reasons. The most important part you didn't mention here was what kind of network you're using. Are you on a school network, a campus, public, corporate, business, anything like that? That will directly affect discovery of the devices. Virgil saying, hey, nice to see you, Virgil. Welcome back. Welcome back. Jared over here. I've hacked my Ford ECU, but rebooting it, no. Plug in a laptop and make tweaks. It's fair. That's fair. Steve saying on his wireless webcam issues, he reinstalled, no solution. The issue is probably the network not allowing them to discover each other. They have to be discoverable, and depending what type of network you're using is going to heavily dictate how quickly or if it is discovered at all. Bahama says, I use mine for static outdoor shots of the beach and would love something to protect it. Yeah, I mean, for now, maybe you should. I honestly don't know if we'll ever come out with something for the Mevo Start specifically, but I have seen people creating cases with like fans on the side that would block the sides in front, and then the fan just circulates air through. Maybe something to consider. And then like in the front, have like some plexiglass or something so you can see through it. Of course, it won't be super nice. Like I would have plexiglass and then like a shade to kind of cover it. It's a challenge. Yeah, you just definitely don't want to get it wet. That's for sure. Jared says, I don't get in my phone to take me places. That's fair. That is very true. Absolutely true. Bahamas says he found something on Etsy. Awesome. Fantastic. Just be careful. I mean, it's not waterproof, water resistant. So anything that you buy to protect it, if it messes up, then, you know, it wouldn't be covered by warranty, sadly. Yes, of course, though, as I was saying, let's have a conversation. We can talk tech. We can talk Logitech tech. We can talk content creation. We can talk streaming, recording. I'll answer your questions if you're having issues. Fred says, what are those covers you have on the Mevos in the background? So those are 3D printed covers. So I have 3D print for them, and I printed some lens covers. Somebody actually designed these and put these on Thingiverse. So I just went ahead and printed a few of them. This is what it looks like on the inside. And it protects the lens. If you were to store it, did I put it on backwards? I did. If you were to store it, it protects the lens. Now there is something to keep in mind. If you do use it, it's likely to scratch the softer finish around the edge. Honestly, doesn't seem super noticeable, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if it happened. And I've got the blue one over here. It's a pretty popular one, honestly. You can see the lines a little bit better. Just put it up around there. Boom. It's kind of nice too, because you can kind of stand them up like this as well, which is kind of cool. All right, what else do we have here? Gordon says on Miva Wireless webcam on Windows, I've had issues getting a black screen instead of a picture. Support suggested they get the multicam software beta feature running first, then try wireless webcam. It's an interesting step, but they have a thought process behind it, so go for it. I trust their judgment. Infamous says, afternoon, Joe, what's the best advice you can give to reach out to Logitech about working for or with them? So I think we have a careers page, Logitech jobs. Yeah, if you go to Logitech, or if you go to Google and just type in Logitech jobs, there is a page, job invite or jobvite.com. It's jobs.jobvite.com/Logitech. But Google, it's the first response on Google. You can sign up for job alerts and you can search for openings at Logitech. So that's a great way to go. And of course, there's Logitech, Logitech G, Astro, Streamlabs, Blue, Jaybird, Ultimate Ears, Mevo. All of these brands fall under Logitech. So lots of really cool opportunities out there. I know there was a lot of engineering opportunities, marketing, all types of stuff that was listed just the other day. So if you're interested in working with or for them, I would just Google Logitech jobs and go to that first link at jobvite.com. Lots of back and forth. Fred says, I'd be interested to that, maybe an internship. They do have some internships, I think, right now, but I think it was for, I think it was primarily for engineers. Let's see if I can find it. Job. Internal and referring opportunities, hot jobs. Let's type in intern. So there's an analyst internship. Here we go. Acoustics, customer marketing for gaming, esports interns, gaming global category marketing intern, global Amazon advertising intern, climate action intern, materials engineering interns, summer internships for color material finish, mechanical intern, optical and sensing technology, quality system development, regional tax, sustainability mechanical, UX engineering, and marketing. So tons of opportunities. Then you just gotta Google it. Of course, not a problem. Good luck. Definitely good luck. There's a lot of really cool stuff out there. A lot of cool opportunities. Now, I will say that the best way you can really like stand out is to get yourself involved already somewhere to kind of, just say, hey, look, I'm already kind of doing a similar thing with this product. It might be, free labor for someone else, but, to kind of put that on your resume is a pretty big win. That's what I did. That's how Mevo found me. I was already part of the community helping users on the Facebook groups, and they reached out to me. So definitely tons of opportunities. You just have to find the right one and make sure that you are putting in the work. I wouldn't treat it like any other job, that's for sure. Like if you want to be noticed, because there's tons of people who are trying to be noticed. So if you want to be noticed, make sure you're doing something that's noticeable. If you just submit a resume, then you might really not stick out. Because everyone's doing that. Everyone's doing the bare minimum, submitting a resume. Awesome. Great question, though. Anybody else has any other questions? Anything even that was absolutely appropriate if you have questions about Logitech for creators, our products, our hardware, our software. If you need customer support, I can help somewhat, but for the most part, you should probably go to the respective help center site, and I'm happy to help you with that as well. Not really set up for demos, but I could probably figure out some demos. I'll show you some demos of some stuff. Happy to answer about anything you see in the screen. Happy to do anything. I'm still kind of really curious about the whole Apple stuff, to be honest. I'm still doing a lot of deep diving in what Apple talked about yesterday. And I'm really curious if I should hold off on getting in the new phone or not. Man, phones are expensive though, aren't they? Let's see here. Jared, most active member on socials. You're not wrong. So I had to go and look to see who was the most active people on our Facebook group. And Jared was the second most active, only to me, though, on my personal account. So that's not fair. So he's definitely the most active user on our group. Fred asking if there's any multicam updates. I think we are. What is. Outside of what we just released, I don't have any new stuff to tell you about. But. Ooh. Lots of really cool stuff coming over the next few weeks. I'm trying to see, like, what is next couple months too. Yeah. So this it's going to be a busy summer. A lot of really cool stuff coming. I don't count. Yes, I do. Lots of really cool stuff coming this summer for multicam. I mean, even after the summer, even into winter and fall and all of those, and then even back like over the next year, it's going to be a very busy year for multicam. So I would just keep an eye out every month to see what the team has come up with. I think there's some really groundbreaking stuff that you guys don't even have on your radar that's going to be coming. That I think is going to just wow you. It's going to wow you. Let's see here. Oh, what am I seeing this for? Ooh, I got an email. Ooh, someone signed an NDA to be a tester, which you can do as well. You can also sign up to be a user tester and test our products. Jared says, I need to be wowed. You'll be wowed. You'll be all right. You'll figure it out. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. There's going to be so much super cool stuff. Whoa, what is this? Oh, cool. One of those things you guys might get wowed about. I did. That's the hint. Bahama says, give us a hint. That's the hint. You'll be wowed. I don't have it. I can't give you any data, sadly. I wish I could. But trust me, I'm just as excited as you all are about these updates, and probably even more so because I know what they are, and then I can't say anything, but I want to see what your guys' reactions are. So I get to see it a little bit during testing when we get to talk to users about stuff, but I don't get to talk about it, which is sad. That's the most exciting part of my job, is telling people what's coming. Will we be wowed in a week or two? I said over the next year. I would say check every month for an update. You're gonna be. I think you'll be wowed multiple times this year. Gordon says, Android question: what are the most numbers of Mevos you have seen connected on multicam? I've done 6, but I'm sure you could do more. I mean, the tablet I was using was a few years old, so. Yeah. I've seen 6 on Android. I've seen, I think, 10 from Will with iPad. Laser says, does Mevo have another camera they are working on? Well, it's funny you should ask. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. We're always working on current products, as well as new innovative products we think our customers may enjoy. At this time, we have not announced any new product releases. If you'd like to be the first to know about any new products, I would recommend following us on any social media platform to see any future announcements. That is the best I can do there. We're always working on stuff. If we weren't, then I have a concern for my job in the future. We always have to work on something. Something new is always coming, because if there's not, then we're behind. We are always behind. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, right? So we release something to you all, and then what happens is that's the new thing. But we're already working on the next thing, and then we're working on the next thing. Our team's always working well out, and they're always working really hard, and they're always doing tons of stuff, both our hardware and our software teams. And now that we're part of Logitech, now for over a year, for Mevo specifically, we brought all these really cool brands together. So we've got, Blue Microphone, we've got Streamlabs, we've got Miva, we've got Lytra, all leaders in their respective area, and their respective niches. So, I mean, now the possibilities are endless, right? You can bring all of these really cool items together somehow. And I think our teams are brainstorming all the time about how they could possibly increase and improve one, your guys' productivity. Like, if we can make it easier, how can we do that? And I think all of these really cool platforms coming together is really going to be game changing. Yeah. Laserless says, darn NDAs. I don't even know if I have an active NDA. I think I do by default by being an employee. Here we go. Chris says, hey, I would like to say becoming a tester for Logitech is a great way to get sneak peeks at things. It's a great experience. Yeah, thanks, Chris. And of course, I mean, Jared's in here as well. Jared's been used. I think Gordon might have been used at one point. Yeah, if you like to get exposed to cool stuff that you can't talk about for a while, then sign up. But I mean, it's really cool. You get to give firsthand experience, firsthand thoughts, and believe it or not, your opinions will directly affect how the outcome is. It directly affects how the outcome is, right? So, if you have an opinion about the way the layout of the app is, if you don't like the way something works, or there's too many button presses, or maybe it should be a toggle instead of a checkbox, or maybe it should be, whatever it may be, maybe the collars don't look right, maybe you can't read it very well, maybe the app looks weird on your phone. So all of these things are things we listen to, not even just that, right? We also have packaging. If there's something in there that doesn't make sense, if the icon doesn't make sense, or, we take all of that stuff into consideration. And I promise you, your opinion not only will be recorded, but it will also be shared with the team. And we have meetings specifically to address every concern that users bring up during these tests. So it's very valuable. It's invaluable. And we need testers. We always need testers. Fred says, how do we submit feedback through TestFlight? So if you're having an issue with the app while you're doing a beta test for multicam, then you can always just submit logs through, or submit a ticket through the app itself. And then basically just tell them, hey, submitting this for the beta. We'll see what version you're using, and we can submit it to the correct people. If you're looking to actually give like UI feedback and things like that, then that's probably best posted in the Facebook group itself. And of course, you can always open a ticket as well to get that to us. But the person who needs to see that feedback for the app and for our hardware, they're actively monitoring the groups as well. So feel free to do that. If you're actually having an issue, though, submit a ticket through the app. That way we can see what's happening. Oh, Jared. Yes, we've used you in a test. Wonderful feedback as well. Wonderful feedback. Yeah, whoever ends up with iOS 16, whoever ends up with that, you have to let us know how Miva runs on some of this latest software. Is it already out? I know they announced it. iOS 16 release. Ought to be public September 2022. Okay. Maybe. Oh, the beta will be available in July, and then it'll be released in fall. Noted. Yeah, no, I'm excited to see how the new software and then hopefully hardware at that time really comes about when it comes to the multicam. I want to see the power of it. I can get it through Appleseed for IT in July. Ooh. I think. Awesome. Well, if you're just tuning in, I'm Joe Capehart. I work for Logitech for Creators, and I work for the customer success team. So if you have any questions about any of our products, anything that you see in the screen today, most of these things are Logitech for Creator products. Happy to answer any questions. If you have any issues that you're experiencing that you would like some quick tech support on, I'll try my best. And then if I can't figure it out, I'll push you over to our support team. And if you just want to talk content creation, join us in the chat. Don't be shy. We're monitoring it, and our community is pretty cool. So a lot of these users have been using our products for some time, whether it's Blue Audio, whether it's Mevo cameras, or Streamlabs users. Tons of users in here that not only I will comment on whatever you have to say, they're also extremely willing to help and converse about content creation, because that's why we're here. That's why we're here. We are Logitech for creators, and we are creators helping creators. So please feel free to ask any questions. All right, let's go over here. I'm going to go check out. Do they have any really cool things right over here? Ooh, here we go. This is a really cool overview of like a lot of the products that we've got. So we've got the Streamlabs line of things. Of course, Melon app is kind of a breakaway from Streamlabs. We've got the Lytra Glow here, which is a light from our sub-brand in Lytra, and it is wonderful. I just noticed that the logo there is backwards. I can't help but notice things like that. But this light is our newest product from Logitech for creators. I'm using them myself. I showed a little bit earlier what that looks like without light, so it's a huge win. And then, of course, we've got this Blue Nano, which is like the mini version of the Blue Yeti, the ever popular Blue Yeti. And a lot of you probably might not even know this, but did you know you could plug and play these right into the back of the Mevo Start? Which is to the right. The three cameras there are the Mevo 3-pack. That allows you a multi-camera production anywhere on the go. And of course, if you're static, you can use it for DJing, cooking, all types of stuff. We see it at sports. We see it in House of Worship. Anywhere that you want to create content, to share it to the world, you can use this for a seamless multi-camera setup. But yes, that microphone actually plugs directly into the back of those cameras, and you can use the audio from that source, which is pretty cool. And then below that is the Stream Cam, which is our coveted webcam option for the Logitech for Creators team. It's kind of funny because you look at this picture and you think that it seems really big compared to the Mevo, but like it actually is pretty similar in size. I didn't realize, if you look at this picture, I don't know, I kind of get the idea that it's a large camera, but if you look at other pictures, if it was just by itself, you would think it was just enlarged, but it actually is a relatively large camera. Yeah, I like it though. It looks nice, especially that one right there. I like that white. Anyways, enough of our products. I'm just trying to fill in time here, you know? I'm just trying to hang out. Jared says, send me a Lytra or two. I don't think so, my friend. I do not think so. Laser says, I do have a question, which is wonderful. I just bought a Logitech G910 for G-Hub so I can improve my user tester, but I stream a game that uses the spacebar a lot, and now after only 5 days, the spacebar is leaning to the left. Will this keyboard not hold up for me? Should I return it? The 910, I've got the 915. What's the difference? Oh no, this should be fine. What I would check is, if you're comfortable, you should be able to pop that spacebar up, and you should be able to see if it's still making a solid connection. It might just be one bar or something, maybe holding it up a bit, which is making it seem like it's leaning to the left. But it should be easily removed and popped right back into place. Spacebars typically aren't, it's usually just like two buttons, and then the big plastic piece covers both of them. Sometimes it's even one button, and it just has like a metal bracket that holds it into place and pulls it back down. So it might just be just a little bit off of, it may be just a little bit off of balance. Jared says, I have 2 on order that should be here by the end of the week. Ooh, boy. Love me a Lytra Glow. I love the video for the Lytra Glow. I don't care who you are. The video is awesome. It is an excellent video, and it teaches tons of people that lighting is important. And it's really cool too, mostly because it's lighting in such a compact piece. Like, maybe you guys can't tell very well. This is small. That's a very small light, right? And that made that big a difference to my face. This very small light made all the difference. I'll plug it back in and I'll show you guys what that difference looks like again, just so you guys have a better idea. But check this out. Oh, got my Gumby over here. Here we are. Set it back down. All right. It turned back off. That little that fits in the palm of my hand is lighting my face up like that. So it really is a super powerful tool. Cannot be beat. Laser says where my thumb rest is a bit to the left side of the bar because of using WASD, so I'm not hitting. Oh yeah, so like that's not a big deal then. Yeah, I mean, if your thumb is resting on the left side of it, then that would make sense that it would lean to the left, because just the way that space bars are typically built, it's just a big old panel on top of a couple buttons. So if you're favoring the left side, it'll lean to the left probably just a little bit. If you favor the right, it'll lean to the right. But nothing to be concerned about, I would imagine. And if something does happen, you can always reach out to our support. Yeah, he says feels like it's wearing quickly. I mean, if that's a concern, reach out to our support and see what they can do. But it sounds like a standard keyboard. I've never used the 910 personally. I got a 915, excellent keyboard. I use it heavily. Probably like 8 hours a day at least. Awesome. Well, we're here at 54 minutes. I do want to cover this stuff one more time, just so everybody knows exactly what they need to do to participate in all of the great things. And what are those great things? Great things like becoming a user tester. You can sign up, give us feedback on unreleased products, packaging, software, or firmware updates. And you can sign up by using the link below. You can also find this link on our description on Facebook and YouTube, and you can find a link to our Willow that also has it on our Twitch. You can also scan the QR code to sign up as well. Don't forget, you can submit your own content for Host React. You can submit a photo, video of your setup, creation station to be featured on the show. You can send it to equiplive@logitech.com. Subject Host React. This is important to ensure we don't delete it because we think it's spam. So if you want to get your stuff looked at and reviewed by not only the host, whether it's me or Will, but you can also submit it and have everybody else see all of the hard work you put into it. Speaking of Host React, our show schedule, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can find us at youtube.com, Logitech for Creators, twitch.tv at Logitech C, and facebook.com at Mevo Camera. And of course, these are shared across the board at our customer groups on Facebook as well. Excellent. Well, let me check the chat. Doesn't look like we got anything that was submitted, so that's awesome. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for checking us out, checking out the show today. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the cool participation. Love talking Apple with you today. I didn't get to see the thing yesterday, so it was nice to get a little bit of education myself this way. I'm happy to answer any questions. If you guys do have any support questions, you can always go to specifically for Mevo. You can go to help.mevo.com, or you can go to logitech.com and open up a support ticket there for all the other various products. As always, you can catch us again on Thursday. I think Will's coming back. I think this is my third show in a row. I think Will's coming back. I don't think he can handle sitting out any longer. But yeah. So make sure you come back on Thursday. Welcome Will back to the show and back to work. And until then, I'll see you all next time. Hope you all enjoy your day.